Romshinators, welcome once again. Back to Romshii Radio, the greatest ambient broadcast of all time, Romshinators. This is an incredible moment. We are finally done it. We have been contacting aliens here at the Romshii Laboratory through advanced meditation techniques. So I'm going to teach you the only meditation that will ever help you contact aliens, because I've been seeing lots of stuff online here for my whole life about contacting aliens through meditation, and in fact there is even an app called the CE5 app. I think that's what it's called, the CE5 app by Stephen Greer. That this application actually allows you to talk to aliens when you go into deep meditation. Now you have to pay for this application, so of course I have not tried it, but also I don't need to try it because I'm going to show you how you can contact aliens for free tonight. Yes. But before we do that, that's going to be at the end of the video, guys. I'm going to do one of those things where I rope you along, I string you along, and at the end of the video, we're going to do a meditation together where we talk to aliens, and then they're going to solve all our problems. It's an escape thing. We all want to escape the planet Earth. Oh, if only the aliens could take me away, then I wouldn't have to talk to my stupid... Who's the big problem in your life? I wouldn't have to talk to my stupid neighbor again. This is from Reddit, which is the hive mind of factual information from people all across the globe. Have you ever accidentally called out to an alien during meditation? Yes, in fact, my first contact with aliens was accidental. What happened was I was on the bus and I was falling asleep when I sort of got into a meditative state on the bus, right? And I don't sit on the bus, by the way. I have to stand because there's horrible conditions on the seats. There's shit and poop and bugs, and it's just disgusting. So I stand, and I'm standing, and I'm holding the bar, the little hand thing. What's that called? The handle. I'm holding the handle. I'm wavering, and I'm going in and out. And all of a sudden, I wake up, and there's an alien screaming in my face, asking me for crack. And that's when I knew I had to be careful about my meditations. Even if I was doing them in public by accident, an alien might scream in my face and ask me for crack, cocaine. This happened the other week. This happens almost every time I take public transportation, actually. I get in contact with some otherworldly entity. But either way, let's continue, because it's not all about my experiences. This show is very focused on me, because I do have a wealth of information regarding various subjects which affect all of us, and I read articles from only the best sources. I have a large team, but I want to read about this person's experience because it's important in life not to be too focused on yourself, There's very little difference between thinking about yourself and being sad, because we need to focus on each other. As Marcus Aurelius says, we exist as two pairs of teeth clanking together, your top and your bottom. Clank, 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 clank. I know this sounds crazy, but please, if this does not fit this mod, what? Shut up. I already am pissed. I've been meditating for a while. I thought that the experiences were just in my head. They're not. They're all real. But sometimes I reach a point in meditation where I will be floating in a vast blackness like a void of some sort. Classic void experience. Classic void head. I'm a void head. I like to go to the void and just chill there. I'm void pilled, man. I usually don't see or hear anything. Sometimes I feel the presence of other souls or creatures. Yeah, that's like me on the subway. I was in the void, and all of a sudden an alien was screaming at me, asking me if I had any crack. I didn't know that aliens also smoke crack. I think they might have actually brought it here. Now that I think about it, wouldn't that be convenient? if the aliens were coming here just to score crack. Can you imagine? That's cool. Romshinators, don't steal that. I'm going to write that into a short story. I better not see you coming out with a short story about the fact that aliens are just here to score crack. Wouldn't that be awesome? If that's why they won't reveal the aliens to us, because they just come here to score crack on the city streets. I have proof that might be the case based on the story I've just showed you. Yep, so I've lost where I am. I assumed it was my brain just making stuff up. That's never the case. Your brain doesn't just make stuff up and would continue to ignore and push on. You're not supposed to push on during meditation. You're supposed to just let it float by. I know this because I'm a certified meditation coach. I did the 2-week intensive course. But one time I was in the void of black ink and floating face down. I often feel I have zero control. Even if I am sitting face up, I'll feel the sensation of being face down, like a human who just died and drowned in a water place. Holy shit. This is getting psychedelic. So I'm floating there like a dead human, and suddenly an alien creature comes right up to me, flips me over, and I randomly say help to it. Just one word, help. And then I felt like something kicked me out of that space, and I felt like I crashed right back into my body with a jolt. Almost like, hey, you don't belong here, person, go back. Then 3 days later, during a storm, and it's raining for 48 hours straight, I see a UFO in the backyard above the trees. This is horrifying. This is crazy. That actually really gripped me. That actually gripped my soul. That's freaky. That's way scarier than my bus meditation thing that I was telling you about. He was in a room of black ink and an alien flipped him over. First of all, that's assault. I don't care if you're an alien or not. You're not flipping me over, pal. You flip me over, I'm going to flip you off, buddy. Right there. Right there. I'm not afraid to do it. Listen, these aliens might freak you out because they look a little different. Right there. Right there, buddy. Don't flip me over. If I'm floating in the void and an alien flips me over, we're going to have a serious problem. Has anyone else had something weird like this? I don't understand it at all. I wasn't the only one who saw it, but what is going on? Romshinators, it's very common to attract UFOs during a deep meditative state, especially if you do it, you know, and you're an open soul, and it's the type of thing you're calling out to the galaxy for aliens. Now, one thing you're going to want to do is not keep any crack in the home. Now, I'm not saying that this person had crack. I have no idea who this person is. Now, just like me, I've never had crack. I've never used crack. Still, an alien found me and screamed in my face as if I was the inventor of crack, that they wanted crack. So, I mean, just to be safe, don't keep any cracky type things around. Don't exhibit any cracky behavior. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't start looking for stuff under the couches. Don't get your flashlight out and start looking in the carpets. Like, if you've lost something, try to look for it in the least cracky type way if you don't want to attract any aliens. I meditate daily, like second nature. My first few years, my intention wasn't to summon or call extraterrestrials or beings. I was purely just being still and at peace. Then I started communicating with higher beings, gods and deities. Next thing you know, I'm astral projecting. Next thing you know, I'm in the back of the Lambo with Bubba Sparks. Cruising in the Lambo. Next thing you know, I'm doing a motocross race with Bubba Sparks. That's what I do. That's what I do when I astral project, okay? And when we get to the guided meditation later, I'm going to show you how to also astral project. It's going to be great. This is information you can't get anywhere else. I'm definitely not just making shit up as I go here. This is all scripted. This is all planned. This is all R to the OMG, man. Yes. I'm doing a motocross race with Bubba Sparks, floating. My astral cable glows in the dark. Not exactly, but I meditated for years in the darkness as you described, then came to believe in UFOs via the Pentagon videos. Then, that same night, got a "now your mind has opened, we can finally talk" ping from out of the black. Okay, I have a feeling we should stop meditating. I have a feeling our lives are complicated enough. Like, you can if you meditate and just focus on your breath, focus on the feeling of the cool breath passing through your nostrils, that's fine. But if we meditate and start to try and talk to demons and deities and aliens, I feel like our lives are complicated enough. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like our lives are complicated enough. It's not, we don't need to add to it with secretive alien communications in our sleep, unless you're really ready for that sort of thing. And I'm going to show you, if you are ready, at the end of this video, with a secret alien meditation here. Okay, and now we're going to go and look at some reviews for this app, the Stephen Greer CE5 app. Like I said, I would never pay for this. It's a paid application. You don't pay for the it's just, this post says, I'm as skeptical as the next guy, but with someone as famous as Demi Lovato to come out and saying she's had contact with the app, it's a big question. So Demi Lovato is using a paid app to contact aliens. You should feel pretty good about yourself right now. You should feel pretty good. You should feel pretty good about yourself right now, I'm thinking, okay? Yeah, you know what? Here it says the app does not contact aliens for you. You have to do it yourself. So then what's the point of the app? I'm not paying for that shit. The app will tell you the best methods and the things you could do that gives you the best likelihood of making contact, but you don't need the app to do it. Stephen Greer is pretty clear on this. The app, like any other tool, even if you buy a $5,000 violin or camera, does not make you an expert. You have to put in the effort. Simply put in the effort and an alien will present itself to you. You don't all get lucky with an alien approaching you on the bus like me. The app also will let you contact like-minded people in your area to meet and organize with each other. That's all you need. If you can't contact aliens, contact someone who also likes to talk about them, guys. And here we go. Let us do the guided alien meditation, Romshinator. So I'd like you to close your eyes, okay? You're going to close your eyes right now. Or if you want to keep watching, that's fine, but you're really not supposed to keep watching at this time. I'm going to give you a few seconds to get your game together. So if during this meditation you actually do find yourself face-to-face with an alien, I want you to know I can do nothing to help you. I can't support you in any way. Romshinators, this is a journey you have to go on alone, okay? This is not something you should do if you have other things to do in your day. If you have a shift starting at 4 p.m. and you're watching this at noon, you're not going to be ready to go to the shift because you're going to be thinking about the fact that you've made contact with an alien. So I want you to pause this video, come back to it when you've got some time, and if you're ready for it, eyes closed, 3, 2, 1, and close them. Okay, so now your eyes are closed here. I want you to take a deep breath in. And breathe out. Okay, so from now on you can breathe however you want. Okay. I want you to picture a bright light in the center of your third eye chakra. This light is the only thing in existence. This light is the only thing you can see in the midst of the void, the inky black void. Did you hear that? Was that an alien? Shh. I want you to focus on your breathing once again, in and out. Let's go. In. And out. I want you to speak with your mental voice. I want you to speak into the void. I have crack if any of y'all are looking. Speak it into the void. Did you hear that?
Bam!
Wow, that was a great meditation, Romshinators. Please report. Please let me know down below how many aliens have approached you looking for drugs. And let me know how well it worked. I mean, that's the first guided meditation I think I've ever done like this at the end of a video. I am a certified alien meditation guide. But like I said, I can't be held responsible for any sort of things that happen during these meditations. So I would like you to let me know down below. And every time you comment, you actually get 10 Romshinator points. So if you can keep track of your points in your comments as well, there's going to be rewards. There's going to be it's all being set up by my team. There's going to be a reward system that comes into play later on. So if you've commented, if you want to tally up any comments you've done on other videos or now, I don't really care. I'm not going to be looking into it that much. But there's a Romshinator point system starting. So if you comment down below if this meditation worked for you or if it didn't, that's fine. No matter what you comment, you get 10 Romshinator points. So please keep track of that. It's actually your responsibility as a Romshinator to keep track of your points, not mine, okay? I have my own life. I have my own things going on. You're an adult, probably. YouTube algorithm says most people watch me 25 to 35. You have to keep track of your own points. You can't come to me and say you've lost track. You can't come to me and say you need, a refresh. You can't argue that. You need to come to me with how many points you have. I'm not going to chase you about this, but every comment you get 10. And then it will be revealed to you later on what the benefit of having these points is. But I'm just saying, if you comment, you get 10. And if you want to tally old comments, that's fine. If you want to just ballpark it, that's also fine. Okay? Thank you for joining me, Romshinators. I really appreciate it. Have a good one. I'll see you later.